How's everybody doing? I really just came on for a cup of coffee. That's all I came on for. See how everybody was doing, see what you had planned for Christmas. Christmas is right around the corner. Can you believe it? Another year gone by. I just came on to la la la, not really talk about anything specifically, see what you all had up going on for Christmas. Good morning. What's up, Nunya? How's it going, man? What you got going on for Christmas? Hey, Copycat. Hey, Tanya. It doesn't feel like the holidays. Well, you got to make it feel like the holidays, right? Today's mom's birthday, as some of you probably seen. So I'm waiting. We're getting ready to go to church. And then tonight, I think we're going to go and drive around and look at the Christmas lights. Did you used to do that when you were a kid? Like go around and go with your parents and look at the Christmas lights? I think that was one of my favorite things. I mean, especially with such a big family. There were 6 of us. And so we used to all jump in the car and cruise the neighborhoods and look at all the lights and stuff. So, yeah, Foxy Mama's birthday's today, 82 years old. What's up? What's up? What's up, Josh? So, you might notice that I took a lot of wrenches away. Y'all, people are scandalous on YouTube. They're really scandalous. So, as y'all know, I'm getting ready to head to the Philippines in like less than 30 days. I wish I was just going to stay there with everything that's going on in the United States, but somebody was going in and taking comments off and taking all of Skippington's comments off my videos and taking people's comments off the videos. Like there was video comments and then all of a sudden they were gone. And I was like, what's up? So there's some kind of scandalous person in the chat. So I figure I'll just take them away, keep Copycat, keep a few that I really know. And that's like, just leave it alone. I, so the interesting thing is that just a little what's going on in my life right now is that I'm going to start teaching groups, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to be out of my regular job. I'm starting next Saturday, and I'll be taking over groups, and I'll be teaching 2 different groups, but to like 100 and some people. It ought to be very interesting. So today, like, I'm excited about that. I'm kind of nervous because, like, I don't know, something different, I guess. Smash the thumbs, lazy preppers, homesteaders, and people. Lazy, lazy. But I don't know. I'm excited about that, and we'll see how that goes. But there's, Christmas is like, what is that beeping noise? Beep. Maybe it's me, light seeker. Beep. Beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up. Beam me. No, I got good Wi-Fi here. I don't know what that beeping noise is. Maybe it's on my other phone, but I thought I had it silenced. They kicked you off again for 2 weeks. Well, when you're a troublemaker, it's kind of what happens. Stop being a troublemaker, and then you wouldn't get kicked off of freaking YouTube all the time. But yeah, I see you, Josh, so you can't be too kicked off. I mean, so what are you doing, Jake? What are you doing for Christmas? Come on, drop it in the chat. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing for Christmas? Anybody doing anything special or just hanging out with family, going somewhere special? What are y'all doing? I'm going to sit right here in my cozy little home and well, I got to work Christmas Eve day morning, but then Christmas Day I'm off. So Christmas Eve, I think I'm going to mom's to cook to eat. I look like a target. That's freaking crazy. Do you know how many people have said that I look like Gary Bussey? That's crazy. Changed the battery in my smoke detector. Uh, no, the smoke detector's good, but I appreciate the words of wisdom. Ooh, Brazilian steakhouse with family. I know, Josh, you do bring the truth, man, you do. And the thing is they don't like the truth anymore on YouTube. It's like, eh, really, like, our freedoms are just like they're hanging on by a thread, like by a total thread, like it's crazy. And actually, I am Gary Bussey. I just didn't want to tell people, okay? So, I've been Gary Bussey on YouTube. Well, I'm in some movies and stuff like that, but I don't want to tell everybody that because then the channel might go crazy or something. This is my little hideout in Colorado. See, hello, welcome to the chat. If you want your link dropped or something, ask a mod. Maybe a mod will do it. Maybe they won't. I don't know. Maybe they'll say screw you. So I hope that y'all are able to tune in here this next month when I head to the. I'm going to do a live stream from Tokyo, which will be cool. And then smoke detector is exactly what that beeping noise sounds like. No, it's not. Well, I mean, it's not. But it does sound like one, but it's not, Light Seeker. But I hope. Well, Josh, I finally gave out my real identity on YouTube. It's Gary Bussey Jr. Don't tell people, don't tell. I still need super chats. I'm just playing. No, but I hope y'all will tune in when I'm live streaming from Tokyo. Um, it'll be interesting to get around an airport that I can't read the language because it was really interesting in Korea, in South Korea. And then, good morning, Carmen. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Sadie. Thanks for being here. And then I'll be headed over to the Philippines, but it's going to be different this time. We're not playing the touristy thing. Um, Me and Tim need to see what like real life is like living together for, almost 3 weeks. The end of January. So I'm really excited. I got up really super early, Light Seeker, though. I got up so early because she went to Alberta to like it's like a little neighborhood, a barangay south of our house there in the Philippines. You heard me say our house, right? I have plans to geo someday. But so she went to Alberta and it was really gorgeous. They had like a Christmas thing going on and Christmas like wrapped around the top of the street and the lights hanging down. It was gorgeous. And that's where there's a short of the little puppy. So I've been up since 2:30 this morning. Um, we do that sometimes. I'll go to sleep early and then get up early so I can hang out and be with her and we can talk and stuff. Hey, Carol, what's going on? Merry Christmas, Carol. Merry Christmas, Lightseeker. Carmen, Josh, Sadie. Merry Christmas, y'all. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you believe in, but there is a reason to celebrate. There's always a reason to celebrate. So I'll have to let y'all know this next week how this class thing goes. These groups I'm teaching. Oh, that's my cell phone. That's my cell phone beeping. I'm so popular. I had like 7,000 emails to delete. Oh, I can't believe I had 7,000 emails. That's crazy. Carol, happy birthday, baby. Happy birthday. I will, Light Seeker. I'll go over there today after church. I think it's open today. I'll go over there and check it out. Me and mom are going to church. Then I think we're going somewhere. I want to talk her into going somewhere for her birthday to eat. And then, Carol, happy birthday. I know you're like, what, 22, 23? You're like one of the youngest people on my channel. I, I must be full of it today or something. I don't know. I just wanted to have a cup of coffee with y'all and wish everybody Merry Christmas. I'm right. I'm right on the money, aren't I, Carol? I knew it. After Carol, I knew it. I knew how old you were. I I hope you don't mind me like spewing that out on the, the live stream. Y'all, I'm really excited though about the Philippines trip. So I'm gonna do like the first leg, which is that boat ride, and I'm just so many wonderful things are happening, Lightseeker. You know, I know that like I love YouTube. I've always loved YouTube. I love to live stream on YouTube, but my life is going like in this different direction, and I'm really excited about it and happy about it, you know? And sometimes it's just there's a chapter that, Off the Wall Prepper, that chapter when it opened and that first video hit almost 100,000 views in like a day, right? It was like boom. And it was fun, but it was a little overwhelming. Um, I've always enjoyed YouTube. I'm still going to enjoy YouTube. It's just now, if you noticed, I've changed my name to just OTWP. Off the Wall Prepper is always going to be Off the Wall Prepper. The thing is everybody calls me OTWP, so why not make it short and easy, right? And this channel means a lot to me. The people that have stuck with me for 4 years, can you all believe it? It really has been a roller coaster ride. It's been very interesting, and all the things that we've learned. And I think a lot of prepping channels I've noticed like disappeared. And no matter what, I'm always going to be off the wall prepper. But I believe that spirituality, mentality, what we do, not just what we talk about, is really important. And like my fitness journey has really made me change my attitude about prepping because, man, we can buy all the gear and do all those things. And is it really going to help us? That's the thing. Buying all that stuff, knowledge is important, skills are important, but buying all the gear and canning all the food and all those things, um, I've just taken a different direction in how I think. The years do fly by. I look back and it's been what I think 3 years now, going on 4 years that I lost my sister. And this year has been really a reflection for me of my YouTube life, what's happening in my real life, and where the road's taking me. And there's some wonderful journeys coming up in my life. And of course, I'm going to share them. If you want to be here, wonderful. If you want to watch them, wonderful. But YouTube has always been, to me, about bringing light, love, and hope to people. And I think that social media exploits people. I think social media, just recently, a friend of mine on YouTube had a really bad situation and they ended up in the hospital. They ended up in the hospital because they were so stressed out. And I remember the days that I used to let YouTube stress me out like that. And it's not worth it. Social media is not worth it. Real people is worth it. And each one of you behind your avatar and your name is a real person. And I think that's why you're still here, is that you see my heart. And I hope you do. I hope you know how I feel about the channel, how I feel about the journey we've all taken together since COVID. Um, I think that we really need to buckle up and be prepared spiritually and mentally for what's going to happen in the future. But we can't read into the future. We don't know for sure what's going to occur. Um, it looks crazy. It looks crazy. I mean, I know there's a lot of people on Social Security right now that are worried because of the things that are coming down about making Social Security private. Well, first of all, they've misused and abused Social Security for so long, and then it sucks. It sucks. And I'll tell you what, I think we'll have a lot of pissed off Americans if they try to make Social Security a privatized thing. Cougar County admin was there at the cabin. I know that guy. Cougar County admin. Who the hell's Cougar County? Who are you talking about, Rare Bond? I don't know who that is. Maybe I know who that is. Maybe I just, yeah, yeah. And it's sad, Lightseeker, but I don't think that we know, I don't think we know, honestly, what it's like to really hurt in America. I mean, I'm being honest. I know there's a lot of people out of work, but everywhere I go, every time I go to a new place or go on a new journey or whatever, hey, Levi, is that I can find a job. It may not be my ideal freaking job, right? It may not. But I think the problem is that we have become very spoiled to the point that, oh, 18 bucks an hour or 20 bucks an hour ain't good enough. I'll tell you what, if you're starving, if you're really starving, anything's good enough. And you'll take it and you'll work it and you'll be happy until you find something else. And I think that's a good philosophy to live by. Yeah. Well, and I mean, I'm going to tell you, Lightseeker, after my visit to the Philippines, Jamaica opened my eyes the first go around. Mexico, several years ago when I was in the Navy, opened my eyes. But after traveling to the Philippines and being there with 10, and the next morning we would get up and the food had been left on the table and we would eat it, I realized one, how wasteful we are, two, that we don't know what it's like to really have to get up and go to the market every day or every other day or a couple times a week just so you have something to eat, right? And yes, of course she's a little prepper. She's a prepper. And I'll call her little because she's like 4'10", right? But she has totes under the bed. And the main hut there at the property is very, very small. I mean, it was it's very small. But she has totes up underneath the bed, and when she pulled them out, I was like, "Oh, look at that. She got canned food in that one. She got some canned vegetables in that one. She got some first aid, some flashlights in that one." And she's prepping for life, right? There's a big difference us sitting here prepping for the unknown and someone that's living in and day out that may not be able to feed themselves because of the economy, because of the way it is. And she gets up every single morning, 7 days a week. I just talked her into doing 6 days a week on YouTube. You got to have balance in your life. And so every Sunday, she does not do a live stream, but she does Zumba. And that girl dances for 2 to 3 hours. And people think it's easy. And of course, there's, the nonsense in it. Hey, George. But I think that when you see what the people go through day in and day out in the Philippines, in Mexico, in Venezuela, in all these other countries, we should appreciate what we have right now. And I don't think that most Americans do. We're always bitching and complaining and whining and moping and this is going to happen and that's going to happen. And we don't know what rough is. We do not know what rough is. They just had a blackout, disconnected a whole city in the Philippines. They're electric in commercial and residential. They disconnected them. And the interesting thing is there's a program in countries such as India, the Philippines, Mexico, and there's one other country that's put on by Facebook. It's called Discover. And I was like, how can you be on the internet, Tin? And she's like, I'm not on the internet. I'm only on Messenger on Facebook. So it's called Discover. And it's for third world countries so that they're able to communicate with family members. One, if they can't afford their internet, which is roughly $10 a month. Two, if they lose power, which is a nonstop problem there. And so I was trying to figure out how can she be on the internet, but she has no power and no internet. And it's called Discover. So I have to say, even though I can't stand Marky Mark, that's a pretty cool program that they have for these countries. So I was able to stay in contact with her. Hey, what's up, nobody really? I was able to stay in contact with her and get an update from the electric company when it was going to be reconnected. For some people, it lasted 12 hours. For others, it lasted like 10. It lasted like 3, 4 hours. But still, you have no water, you have no electric, and it's hotter than shit there. So I agree with you, Lightseeker. We do not know. We don't even know what it's like to really hurt. And I wish that all of us as in the prepping community and the homesteading community would real and the truth seekers would really realize that until you live it, we really don't know. And I think the biggest thing is we don't know how people are going to react. I think I would kind of hit it on the head that people react very badly. We know that people react shitty just when the internet goes down, just when Facebook goes down. So, can you imagine all services go down in the United States, how desperate people will become and how people will react to it? We have a generation that all they want to do is be on the internet. They have no balance in their life. Um, and I'm not saying all of them, but several. And so I think that going to a third world country, traveling and seeing what's out in the big world is very eye opening. Um, and traveling is another thing that, like, people have told me, don't go travel out of the country. It's dangerous. Shit, it's dangerous here. I mean, how many of you in the chat right now think it's dangerous in the United States? It's dangerous. You know, most of our cities and schools, they're not safe in any way, shape, or form. Most of our neighborhoods aren't. You know, people get robbed every single day, they get murdered every day, and that's just fact. And so, how can should we sit around and watch the days and the weeks and the years go by and not do anything and live in this little bubble shell, or should we get out there and really live life? And I think we should live life. Yeah. Oh, and I agree with you, Lightseeker. You know, that's a big, huge thing. Is this channel? The motto has been walk in faith, not fear. So if you really are a person of faith, you're not going to walk around in fear, no matter what it is. You know, no matter how people have come at me this year, no matter the obstacles that I've had to overcome, no matter the obstacles you've had to overcome, we have to be people of faith and keep going. And it's funny, you know, my mother said to me the other day, you have accomplished so much physically, mentally, spiritually, financially in my whole life. Just this year has been an awakening at at 58 years old. And it has been a good awakening from the person I have in my life now, from her to myself to just everything. And I think that sometimes we get so wrapped up in the world, we forget about us. And I've made some major changes in my life this year, especially my eating. People look at my refrigerator and they're like, it's empty. No, it's not empty. It's that I have to I have to shop. I shop now. I was shopping every 2 weeks, but the vegetables and stuff weren't staying good. So I shop every week, and I'm still doing the same thing. I'm eating salads 5 days a week. And then one day is my cheat day. Yesterday was my cheat day. I had a cheeseburger and groove fries from Sonic. And I don't even call it cheating. I just call it like I'm not on a diet or anything like that. I eat what I want. Like my sister drove all the way from Nebraska and brought us all plates of cookies, and I ate them, and I'm still eating them, and I'm going to continue to eat them. But if you're working out and you have that balance in your life, you don't have to worry about what you're eating. Um, I'm on the vegetable kick because I think fresh vegetables, and that's another thing we have to be careful of, is because what the store says is fresh isn't fresh. I'm looking forward to this spring. You are going to see a garden, and I am going to do it. I sold all those mineral buckets when I left the Ozarks, and I left some for the new owner of the cabin. But I am going to get little mineral buckets and things like that, and I'm going to have tomatoes and lettuce, cucumbers, things that I eat on a daily basis, so that I can have my own supply. And no, I'm not canning. No, I'm not. I don't ever want to see a canner again in my life. Just saying. I'm just saying. Some of you may like canning, but I don't want to see a canner ever again. I would rather just have fresh food. And I do have a lot of canned food left, but I'm not canning. I would rather have a food dehydrator. No, no, no. A freeze dryer. Freeze dryer? Freeze dryer. a freeze dryer, the food is lighter, easy to carry. You can freeze dry about anything. And I also want to make some jerky. I have, y'all, I'm going to show you this. Hold on a minute. Look at that. So I bought a new picnic table, right? And this lady gave me, I have like 10 different things of deer meat. I've never cooked deer meat. My mom did. My ex did. Not that ex, and the ex before the ex before that ex, okay? Just saying. But so this one's deer summer sausage. And but they gave me steaks and roast and all kinds of things. So I want to make jerky. I want to make deer jerky. So Chef OTWP is going to go in the kitchen, but this is a huge thing of summer sausage, deer summer sausage. I don't know if any of you have like great, wonderful recipes that you want to share about making jerky. I'm not going to be like overly like, oh, hey, coffee first. I'm not going to be like over the top, like what kind or anything. But if you have a easy, okay, easy. It has to be an easy recipe. So if you have an easy recipe for jerky, email it to me, and I'll do your recipe on a live stream or on a stream or whatever. But I'm looking forward to making the jerky. But I don't want to see a canner. If y'all want a can, more power to you. You go ahead and do that damn thing. I don't want to see no glass jars. I don't want to see the lids. I don't want to haul them, and I don't want to move them. Just saying. And I know a lot of prepping channels believe in like, let's can, but I don't want to. That is good summer sausage. It's wild meat. Yeah. And they gave me like 3 packets of steak, I think, and a roast and some kind of deer or other deer meat. I have a whole freezer of deer meat, so I want to start like jerky in it, eating it, whatever. Making it. I think I'm gonna make a stew too. So if you have any of those recipes, send them to me at offthewallprepper@gmail.com. Anyway, I hope that everybody has a great Christmas week. A few more days and it's Christmas. And then we have New Year's. Then we have birthday. Light Seeker, you better be here to sing for my birthday. I don't know what you're going to sing. Something old. I like the old school stuff. Like, I like old folk music. I really do. Georgie, thanks again for the card. I will be checking the box. Thank you to everyone that has sent cards and gifts and things like that. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas. Coffee first, then speak. Thank you very much. When are you having another live stream? Are you having one before Christmas? I got myself 2 things for Christmas, y'all. I got myself 2 things. I did. I really did. Do y'all want to guess what I got myself for Christmas? Anybody want to guess in the chat? It's a famous song. It's a famous song. It's a famous song. And that's what I got myself for Christmas. That was my main gift to myself. Does anybody know? They're not. What's that song? All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. Yeah, but mine aren't the front. They were the sides, but they still like, ah. All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. And the second thing I got myself for Christmas is a one-way ticket to the Philippines. No, I got round trip. I wish it was a one-way ticket to the Philippines. But yeah, I'm excited to go back over there. It's going to be different this time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, Lordy. No, it's going to be different though. I'm going to have to wrap this up because it's almost time to go to church. Um, but it's going to be different because I'm making the first part of the trip by myself. I'm riding business class. That ought to be interesting. So I'm riding business class, and I'm riding business class on Ocean Jet, which Ocean Jet is the boat that you take out from Cebu to the island, which is like a 3 hour trip. So what's really cool is that I'll be all the way at the very, very top of the boat. So that ought to be interesting. And then when I get there, she's going to meet me at the dock at the port, and then we're going to go grocery shopping. So I'm doing a grocery haul in the Philippines. I'm going to see how much $100 will buy in the Philippines because we all know what $100 will buy in the United States is getting pretty damn sickening. So I want to see what $100 will buy in the Philippines. So I think I'll buy. I did. I told her this morning, George, that you had asked about the volcano, and she said that was a long ways away from her. It's like north of Manila. So, yeah, half a bag, $100. So, I want to show y'all at their one of their main grocery stores, which is Robinson's. It's a mall and a grocery store, a clothing store. It's huge. I want to see what $100 worth of good food, how much I'll get for $100. And that way, one, it should feed us surely for 2 weeks. And then, secondly, hopefully it'll leave her some good food that she can have that's canned food and stuff. I'm trying to find a little college mini refrigerator to put there at the property. So I might get that done. And I have some projects. I'm going to be doing some prepping projects. The back gate's holding up good, but I'm putting razor wire up in the very front as we walk down that galley up there in the very front gate. I'm putting razor wire around that and coming to the second gate just to protect her. Um, and then I'm also putting up a wall in the kitchen and doing some tiling. I'm just doing some fun projects. She doesn't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing whatever I want. She said that I can sleep in, and I'm like, I doubt I sleep in. No, no, definitely not Goblin. It's definitely not GMO. Yeah, I learned that crushed glass idea, light seeker, when I was in Jamaica. That was many years ago, like 30 years ago, the first time I went. $100 is 3 months' wages over there for some. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, you figure the trike drivers make $5 a day, right? So they're making what, about $100, $150 a month. You're right on the money. And that's why the brother-in-law, he goes out of the country. He works in Africa, and he's the one that helped me with the wall. And we were doing the cement and crushing the glass. But I want her to be a little more safe. I also took two cameras over there that I got to finish wiring them so that she'll have two cameras because there's a problem with somebody jumping the fence, flipping over the table, and sitting there drinking beers. So I want to make sure that's nipped in the ass before I come back. We are going to be applying for the K1 visa, so it'll take another 4 to 7 months, but we've already decided, and I've decided, and I've talked to my work and stuff. Um, yeah, I am. I'm very, very safe, and it doesn't matter if you're American or if you're a Filipino. There, you can become a victim of a crime just like here, light seeker. It's head on a swivel when I'm traveling. I wear my backpack across the front of me instead of behind me. One, I can use it to pop somebody, right? Just swing it off and pow. And then, secondly, so they can't pickpocket me while I'm carrying my backpack on my back. So, I do some additional safety tips compared to what I would normally, but that's one of the big ones that I became very aware of. I just kind of observed people in the airports and in the Philippines how they were wearing their backpacks, and people were wearing them in the front. So that's how I wear my backpack there. Um, but I'm looking forward to these projects I'm going to be doing. I don't know how many I'm going to get done. We're going to do some swimming, and we have a museum that we're going to, and we have a date night. So we're going to go to the cinema. Yeah. Anywhere. Yeah, of course I have my tree up. I have my tree up and my Christmas decorations and all that. I got to get ready to go, but there's my Christmas tree, you know. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. There it is. That was my grandmother's original tree. I have my little Christmas assortment here. There's a card from George Mitchell and a few other cards, and a card from the church. And one of the ladies at the center made me this Christmas ornament, and I made those. Those are pretty cool. Just a coaster. But then I got my shakies, and I got the ones down here. I mean, I don't have a lot of Christmas stuff up. If I have to carry an actual backpack, I give it extra tie downs, but I have also found out the clothes on the inside harder to break into. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I think being aware of everything, right, is important when you're out traveling, no matter what. It's really important to be aware of your surroundings. And we've talked about that on this channel forever. But I also realize if you're standing out like a sore thumb, that also makes you a target, right? It does. I think it's really important. And it's the gray man theory in a different way. You know, when I'm in the Philippines, I dress like the locals, which is awesome. You know, t-shirt, shorts, flip flops, and that's your attire unless you're going out to something fancy. But I think blending in with the crowd, not making yourself look like some rich ass foreigner is a big thing too. Because if you look like a rich ass foreigner, you're probably going to get treated like one. There's actually a tax in the Philippines, and it's called a skin tax. So if you're a fam, that's what they call me, which originally stood as a foreigner attached to Manila, right? A fam, AFAM, which you probably heard the term before. So I looked it up. I wanted to find out the history about it, but it was when all the Navy guys were over there in the Philippines and they called them a FAMs. And now it sticks. If you're a foreigner with a Filipina or a foreigner with a Filipino, you are in a FAM. And they actually charge you a skin tax. So for 10, it may be 10 pesos. For me, it would be 30 pesos or 40 pesos. So it's very interesting how they treat people because we are a FAMs. And I think that happens around the world, you know? Oh, another naked one of you, nobody? I mean, like, really, we don't want to see naked photos of you. Um, oh, well, let's talk about that a minute. Light Seeker, the guy that happened to that was a YouTuber was in a very put it this way, there's certain places that tin won't go, okay? And he was in one of those islands that tin won't go to. We were going to go to this really cool villa that's on Leyte, right? And she talked to her sister, and her sister was like, I'm advising both of you not to go there. Now, this is on the same island she lives on because the island people are separated up kind of like tribes. So if you're a foreigner, even a foreigner, Filipino or Filipina, and you go there, you could be putting yourself in harm's way. So, you know, those kind of things happen every day, everywhere. But this man that got had that happen to him that was a YouTuber, he really should have never went there without doing his due diligence. I'm not saying he deserved it. I'm not saying he kind of set himself up though. It would be like us walking into Saudi Arabia or Dubai without knowing the rules, the culture, and that type of thing. In Singapore, for example, you cannot chew gum. It's illegal to chew gum. You could be facing going to jail or prison over a piece of bubble gum, and that's a no shitter. That's a no shitter. That's a law there. So that's one thing that is very, very important to me. And it's okay that you worry. And you know, when I get on that plane to take off, I am very concerned about my safety as well. Um, I'm of course I can't carry a knife. I can't carry pepper spray. I have nothing to protect me but my head and my hands. And so, of course, I appreciate that very much. But I think it's very important that, we stay alert no matter where we're at. It doesn't matter. So many people walk down the street with like this, you know, and they're putting themselves at a target. By walking different than the crowd, you're putting yourself as a target. There's a lot of things that make us stick out as targets. Of course, when I land in Tokyo, you all know I'm in Tokyo, and that's the longest leg of the flight. So I definitely will stay in touch with the channel. We'll be having a live stream, a short one, 30 minutes or so from Tokyo once I'm at my next gate to get on my final destination to go into Cebu. On that second leg, I only stop once, which is awesome. Both of my flights, I saved 9 hours flight time and delay layover time. So my flight's 17 hours instead of being 25, 26 hours, which is cool. Yeah, definitely. Y'all, it's time for me to hit the church and get going. I hope that y'all have a great day. And the church is wherever we're at, but I really have fallen in love with this church. And the pastor there is really cool. He used to be a California surfer, so he's pretty cool. Your birth was registered there in Tokyo. Everyone have a great day. God bless you from here in Colorado. I hope you enjoyed a morning cup of la 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 and Java to Java Java. Check out some of the shorts I just put out. It's mom's 82nd birthday. Let's blow up the chat right now. Not blow it up because, oh my God, YouTube will have a fit, but blow it up. Happy birthday, Foxy Mama. Happy birthday, Foxy Mama. It's her 82nd birthday today. And it's about time for her to be here to get me. So I'll let y'all know how this week goes with my first group of classes and groups that I'm going to be teaching. I'm really excited about this new journey, career-wise. Excited to go back to the Philippines, and excited for me and Tin to take the next step for her to come here. So if y'all would pray that Tin is able to come here in 2025, I would appreciate it. Batgirl, da 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 da. I hope everyone has a great day. Thanks for all the birthday wishes for my mama, 82 years young. And I'm going to go get my praise on. I'll be coming on live for a few minutes from the church with some great music. And I may try to see if I can set up the phone so you can hear the whole service if you want to join in to get your praise on. This is OTWP, also known as Off the Wall Prepper, also known as KJ Kim, and a big, huge summer sausage. Anyway, y'all, have a great day. God bless you. Keep your boots on the ground. Keep doing the dang thing. Merry Christmas, everyone. Enjoy the reason for the season, which is Jesus. And I hope that y'all have a really, really wonderful time with your families. So I'll see you again. Big, huge prepper hugs. Do the dang thing, or I might have to bop you with a hard deer sausage in. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I gots to go. See ya. Love y'all. Bye.